Going to make a custom skin for Assetto Corsa using Gimp, and Gimp is a free download, and you get that from here. Just search Gimp download, get into the link there, and download Gimp. Okay, and that's free software very similar to Photoshop, and that's what we use to create our skins. Now, I must point out that I'm a beginner at this. I'm probably doing things the long way. I don't know all the shortcuts. I really don't know what I'm doing. However, I do know how to make a basic skin that'll at least get you started. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get into my Assetto Corsa folder, which for me I've got on my secondary drive here on my hard disk. But if yours is on your primary disk, then it's actually, you need to go to your Steam file, which is in x86, and then you look for Steam apps, and go from there. But I'll show you the way that I go with mine. So we're getting into Steam games, Steam apps, common, Assetto Corsa, content, cars, and what I'm going to do today is a skin for a Ginetta GT4, which I'm about to race in the Oz NZ League, and you can find them on Discord. So we get into this folder of the car, and the first thing I suggest you do is just go to any old skin here, such as Twisted or whoever, and just copy this and then paste it back in. Hopefully you know how to do that, and I'm just going to rename that YouTube demo. That'll do. Okay, where's that gone? Down the bottom. Okay, I'm going to open up YouTube demo. So that's my new skin. Of course, it's an exact copy of another one that we just copied there. So what I'm going to do is get into this notepad file here and rename some of this stuff. Skin name is, we'll say that is YouTube demo, and driver name, I'll put my name, my country is Australia, key team name, this doesn't really matter, and I am going to do today number 7. I'll probably forget this when I do the skin and do my usual number 36, but I'll put number 7. So save that and close that. Now what I'm going to do is open up Content Manager. Oop. Give you a headache looking at that too long. So now I'm going to open up Content Manager, and I'm going to go to Content, and then the cars is already highlighted. And you'll see here I'm already on the Ginetta, and if I click on skins down the bottom here, we should see our YouTube demo skin there. So it's already got my details. Okay, I'm just going to leave that at that for now, but of course this is a skin that is already made, and I'm going to make one that is not too different to that one. So for now what I will go is actually what I'm going to do to demonstrate this, I'm going to go to the Content Manager showroom, and this will open up the existing skin that's already there. Now the reason I have this open is that every time you save the skin with any changes you've made, it actually updates this skin in this part here. So we'll be able to instantly see how the changes that I made look. Probably won't look as good as that one, so don't take much notice of that. We're going to get into Gimp. And what we need to do is open up the livery file. So go here, File, Open. As I said, there may be better ways of doing this, but I don't know what they are, but I just know what I do. And it seems to work okay. So I'm going back to our Steam file that I looked before, and I'm going a bit quick. It does say on the top bar here, Assetto Corsa, content, cars, find the Ginetta GT4, doing the right-hand drive, that's it. Now there's a file automatically in there called templates, and that happens to be, this is a modded car by the late Sean Clark, who did some brilliant mods for cars. So we're going to templates, and we're looking for the skin template here, and I'm going to open up that G55 body PSD, and that is our basic template for our skin. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to go across here and show you. You can also do the stock content, and they don't often have the liveries already in within the car. So what you got to do to find the stock content templates is you go Steam Apps again. I'm going the long way. Common, Assetto Corsa, and then it's SDK. It's hidden away in this SDK, and you look at Dev, Skin Templates, and that's where you find all the templates for the stock content. So recently I did an MX5 Cup competition, and so you'll find in there is the skin. Now what's really important is that when you are saving the skin, which I'll tell you in a sec as well, you need to exporting, I should say, not saving, you're exporting the custom skin. You need to save it exactly the same as what it's already named in file. So in this case, whoops, I will go to a YouTube demo, and when I export it, I do need to export it exactly as G55 body DDS. I can't call it YouTube skin. It has to be called exactly what it's called there, and you'll find that each car has got a slightly different file name. Some are the same, but there's lots of different names. I'm not sure what the naming, whatever it is, how they name, why they name, but this is how you have to name it when we come to export it. That's a really important thing. So another thing I want to show you before we start is that if you've never used Photoshop or Gimp before, everything is in layers. So the bottom layer is the base, and then for this very simple template here, you've got the numbers, and you'll see that the number plates sit above the base layer. So this is the base layer here, and then you've got your number plates. Now the eyeballs, if I unclick this one next to the number plates, it'll take off all of those numbers there, and I can put them back on by saying that we want to see them. Now you'll see there's some wires there, and that's to help with your alignment when doing stripes and things. Before you export it, you'd actually want to take that wire off, and in this one it's called layer 38. In other skins it'll be called all different stuff, but just find it. And if I take that off, now if I show you this, if I take this, the number plates, I hope this works. Yep, I've actually put them as the bottom layer now, and so the next layer, which is the main body, is actually sitting over top of those number plates, so you can't see them because it's on top. And so it's important that when you're doing your layers that you make sure you get them somewhat in the right order. Many times it doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't matter, sometimes it does. So what I'm going to do now, what I'm going to do for this skin, I'm firstly just going to change the base color, and then I'm going to do what's called a gradient, where the color will shift from one color to a different color all the way down from front to back. Then what I'm going to do is put a basic stripe on it, do some text, and also then I will put a sponsor on it, a couple of sponsors, and I'll show you how to do that. So the other things we're going to do, so I'm going to start with our base layer here. Up here is the colors, and you'll see there's two colors, a primary and a secondary. So I might just start with, I don't know, what do you reckon? Maybe we'll go with a bit of an orange. Let's choose the color orange. That looks nice. Or it doesn't matter whether it looks nice or not. This is just for demonstration. Click on there. Now, here's your different tools at the top, and they all do different things. I only use about 5 of these, so I don't understand what the rest do because I'm a beginner. But that one's the move. That's if you want to move something. Rectangle select. This is a free select tool, which I'll show you in a sec. Here's the paint bucket, the bucket fill, and the text one is here as the A, and I'll show you some of those in a sec. But firstly, what we're going to do is click on bucket fill. Whoops, our color's already selected as the primary, and hopefully if I just click on anywhere on that skin, it changes color to orange. Okay, so that's that bit. That's pretty easy. So I'm going to now put a stripe somewhere down the middle. And so what we do here is click down here in this little add layer. And I'm going to call that stripe. It's already set as stripe. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So that's going in there. And what I'm going to do is do a rectangular select, that one. And what you can do is just do a rectangular select. I'm holding down left click as I do this. Somewhat use your your wire to line it all up. That looks pretty good, I think. Does it? No, around the mark. You get the idea. So that's going to be our stripe. So what I need to do now is change the color, and I am going to pick this gray, which I've used in the past. Gray, whoop, bucket fill, and with a bit of luck, if I click anywhere on that stripe, excellent. All right, so that's good. So there is our stripe. Now I'll just demonstrate again. If I move the stripe, because the stripe on the layer order from bottom to top, the stripe is under the number plate. If I move that stripe above the number plate's gone because that layer has gone over it. So it is important, if you can't find something or whatever, you've gone over something, just reorder your layers. But that's got our basic stripe. What I'm going to show you at this point is how to export it to be an actual skin. So the first thing that we do is we need to go up here to layer. No, we don't. We go to image. Yeah, we go to image. And down here, we want to flatten the image. And when I do this, if you look in here, what we're going to do is go from having multiple layers when I flatten the image to just one layer. Okay, so that is now flattened. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to undo flatten image. I'm going to get rid of this wire. Okay, so that's no longer on our car. So image, flatten image. Okay, other people merge the layers. I don't know the difference, but this is what I've been told and it seems to work. So that's what I do. What we're going to do now is export it. Now we don't save it. If you save it, it's actually saving your project like it does with Windows Media Creator or whatever it is, Windows editing tool. That saves the project, which you can do, and it's a good idea to do that so you can get in there and edit it again later. But what we're looking to do is actually export. And so I'm going to export as, yep, that body PSD, and then once again you need to find this file where your skin is, and mine, we called it YouTube demo, and I need to save it, override the one that I created there. So we'll export that, and we're going to replace that. Okay, now it looks at the type of compression and things you need. I don't really understand this at all. All I've been told is that you do it as a BC3 file, or BC3 compression, no idea what it means, and to generate MIP maps. Don't know what that is either, but everything else I leave the same. So BC3, generate MIP maps, and then export. Okay, so that's done. Now, the reason I have this content manager open is that we look at this and wow, all of a sudden, there's a nice shiny sparkling car. Now that looks pretty good already, and I've really done nothing apart from have a color, have a stripe. Okay, so that's that. All right, now what we want to do is go back to our image and undo flatten. So now it's put all those layers back. Plenty of times I've gone and created layers and then I realized I hadn't flattened it. I don't know what the big deal is, but just unflatten the image so you can go back to where you were for working. Now, if we look at these number plates, what I want to do is I'm actually going to keep the hood one, but I'm going to unselect the left one and the right one because I don't want them there. I want a sponsor there. So I'll show you how to do a sponsor now. So what have I done? A stripe. Yep. So what you want to do with sponsors is that you need to actually download a transparent PNG file. And to do that, you just go to Google and you can put in anything you want, your footy team, a brand of something, a band name. So I've been trying to look for a good Van Halen transparent PNG. And so if we look at the images here, what you're looking for these things is something with a checkerboard background. That's what makes it transparent. But you can't just right click and save that. It doesn't actually work. What you need to do is you have to visit the website. Now be careful, this can be a bit spammy and sometimes it doesn't even work. But what I'm going to do, so you wouldn't want to click on there. Wouldn't want to click on there, you'll be playing War of Thunder. So this is where it's spammy, you just got to be careful. But I am going to think I click on this. It says it's generating, download. Is it actually though? I don't know. Oh, something's happened down here. Okay, so it might have done it. Okay, so now you've downloaded it as opposed to just saving as. What you can do, that's in my downloads file, you can just simply drag that across and it should appear like that. Perfect. How's that look? So it's put it in here on a layer, so it's putting it as a top layer, so it is above everything. And be very careful when you're looking to move things. So I'm going to click on move, and that's this one up the top left. What I always do is make sure this is chosen over here, and then I hold down shift, okay, and then left click on Van Halen or wherever and bring it to where you want it to be. Okay, put it there. Obviously that doesn't look that great yet. I need to resize that a little bit, which I'll show you. Hold down shift, otherwise you'll have all bits moving around the place and it's just really frustrating. Whenever you're moving, hold down shift. Okay, what I'm going to do now is show you how to resize. So I've still got that layer there. In fact, can I re-click on that? No. Okay, I'm going to click on Van Halen and layer, scale layer. So that means resize, to scale it. And so it's 700 by 417. I don't know. What should we do? 550? It's just a guess. Play around with it. Scale that. Okay, that's not too bad. Hold down shift again and I'm going to move that. Now what I'm going to do is right click on that and I am going to layer again and I'm going to duplicate the layer. And that will choose another one over here. You can see now I'm going to hold down shift again, left click, hold down left click on this Van Halen and I'm going to drag that one up to the top. Okay, but it's upside down. Well, it will be. So what I'm going to do, right click on that one, layer. Now this time you do transform and you can rotate it. So I'm going to rotate that 180 degrees and there we go. This is where your what's this stuff called? The wires can come in handy, so you can actually get it perfect. I don't spend a lot of time on perfecting this because I figure no one can see the same opposite side of the car at once. But if you're a perfectionist, you want your wire there to get it perfect, and I'll undo that wire. Okay, so now we've got Van Halen. What I'll do is export that. So you can just do as a shortcut from here, Control E. And straight away we go to, oh no, okay, so why that didn't work. Look at it, it's dodgy as. Look at the big Van Halen or whatever it is over the car. In fact, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'll keep that. Okay, why didn't that work? Because I didn't image flatten the image. So now I'll export it, Control E, and with a bit of luck, this time, we've got a nice orange car with Van Halen on the side. Okay. And that's that bit. I am also going to put one more thing on the side, which I always do now with my liveries, because I race in the AusNZ League, which you are all welcome to join. I'm going to go to my pictures, and what have I got here? Logos, AusNZ logo pack, and I'm just going to now drag, oh no, I need to unflatten the image. That was nearly a trap, wasn't it? So edit undo flatten image. Okay, so that's how you unflatten it. Just undo the last command I did, undo flatten image. So I'm going to now drag OzNZ, which I've already got, and that's available on their website for anyone who wants OzNZ logos. Look how massive it is. Okay, right click, layer, scale, and I reckon I'm going to make that about 200. Oh, a bit small, but that'll do. Hold down shift, grab it, move it over here. Bit too small. Layer, scale layer, I'm now going to make it 300. That'll do. Okay, right click, layer, duplicate layer, hold down shift, going to move it over to here, right click, layer, transform, this time rotate 180 degrees. There you go. So that's that. Now I'm going to show you another thing here, and that is how to do the free select tool. So with the free select tool, I'm going to choose, say, the back panel or a side panel to put a stripe on. Why don't we do a side panel? So the free select tool, I'm going to, I'm going to add another layer first. So add layer, I'm going to call this side stripe. Where'd that go? Right up there. I'm going to put it about down here. That'll do. Okay, what I'm going to do with this side stripe layer is I'm going to do this lasso, which is free select. And all you do is plot your points. All right. I don't know how to follow curves, so I'm just going to do a very crude. Right, it's not a square, it's a funny shape. So what I'm going to do now is choose a new color. What do you reckon would look good? Some kind of red on there, maybe dark maroony thing. Red. Oh, maybe we've got another sort of shade of orangey red. Yeah, why not? This will probably look very ordinary, but doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to bucket fill that. And there's a stripe on there. You can also use that free select tool, which I will anyway. I'll do this as well. So put it all the way around here. Free select, and I will also bucket fill that. Okay, that's good. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Sorry, don't want to do that. And the reason is this. What I want to do is put that same stripe the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, the side stripe, is duplicate layer, side stripe copy, that's called. Now if I move, hold down shift, this should work hopefully, click it and move it. Right, we're going down here. Now that doesn't work. And if I rotate it, it's also not going to work. So this is where what I have to do is transform layer, and I think it is flip vertically, I think, or horizontal. If it's not one, it's the other. So let's have a look. What did I do with that? Oh, it's way down there. Okay. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that could have been right. About there. Okay. Does that go big there, small there? Okay, so I've just moved that and put it on there. So you had to do a new layer, and now I'm going to do the boot or whatever's back panel. Add a new layer for the back panel, and this is where I'm going to do the lasso for this one. Now if I had have done that as part of the previous layer, when I duplicated it, it would have also done this for the boot as well and put a weird thing somewhere. So you'd want to keep those layers separate for this. What are we doing? Bucket fill, and click there on there. Okay, so that's that. Looks good, looks ordinary. I don't know. Probably ordinary. Let's have a look at it. Image, flatten image, Control E, export. Go to the showroom, and there's our stripe on the side. Oz NZ's on there, Van Halen, and the side stripe and the back as well. That back panel is now red too. All right. If you're looking to how to do contoured lines, like you can see there's a contour that goes along there. I sort of did know how to do it, but I've forgotten because it's all too hard for me. Pillarz has got a really good tutorial about how to do some of that finer stuff, so I'd recommend that you check out his video, similar title to mine, but that's a guy that actually knows what he's doing. All right, it's not looking too bad. Not bad, not bad. So, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm going to show you how to do some text. Okay, so I might write my name on the back of the car. I think I will do that, and the way you do it is just click this A and just draw a line, hold down shift again and create a rectangle like this, and my name that I race under is Cobalt, and so that's what I am going to call this. Now, as you can see, it's at the wrong orientation. It is also, I want it to be white. So I'm going to do Control A, and that selects all the letters. So Control A selects all your letters, and that's where then I can choose white, and I can bold it or choose a different font. It's a bit fatter now, and I can also change the size to size 100, which is probably going to be too big. Oh no, look what I didn't do. Edit, undo text. All right, lots of undos happening here because I forgot to unflatten it. Undo flatten image. Okay, now I'm going to do my text. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? So I'll quickly go through this again. I'm just going to type Cobalt. Don't know why that highlighted over there, but doesn't matter. Control A. Choose your font, choose your color, choose your size. I might go 90 this time because I think that was a bit big. Okay, so that is that. Now with shift, no, actually I'm just going to right click on it, layer transform. I'm going to switch it around, rotate 90 degrees clockwise because I want to put it at the back. Now this is where I hold down shift and I'm going to move. Oh, hang on. What have I done? Oh, because I didn't click move. I forgot to click move. I still had it on text. So click on move first, hold down shift, and oh, where's that gone? That's all right. We'll put him over there. Okay, we'll put him on there. The other thing I'm going to do now is with this number. I want a different number. If you remember, I wanted number 7. So where are our numbers? Down here. I'm going to expand the hood, and I'm actually just going to undo. I'm going to take away that number that I can no longer see. And what's the other one? Layer 15 is, oh, it's the whole thing itself. Okay, so I'm going to take away the number. I don't know how to edit that layer, I don't think. Is it a text layer or not? Possibly. Someone might be able to tell me how to edit layer attributes. Nah, I don't know how to do it, so I cheat. Might not look as good, but what I'm going to do now is do another text layer here, and I'm just going to do a big number 7, Control A to select it. I'm going to make that size 100. No, and I want black for this color, and I want to make it bold again, and I want to make it bigger. That'll do, I reckon. So that is that. Now I'm going to right click it and layer, transform, and rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Hold down shift, and I've got my move tool selected now, so I'm going to click on shift and just move the number 7 to the middle. And that is the number done. Is that center? Doesn't matter, close enough. Okay, so that's the basic skin done. I'm pretty happy with that. Could be a lot better, could be a lot worse. Now I am going to edit, flatten the image, flatten image. So that's all flattened. I hope that's not going to show. That shouldn't matter. No, that's gone. And now I'm going to control, sorry, was it control E? I've forgotten already. Export, control E. Hope that did it. Go to content manager. I've left the showroom open, and there's Cobalt on the back, not quite center. We could fix that. And there's our number 7. As you'll notice here, we've still got a number 46. Why have we got a number 46? I will show you. All right, so that's the basic skin done for our car. Not too bad, pretty basic, but it's okay. So I am now going to file, I'm going to save as, and it's going to save it as an XCF file, which is our project. As opposed to the skin, it's the project. So I'm going to get into, where am I? I don't even know where I am. Where am I? Assetto Corsa, content, cars, no, what did I do? Steam games, Steam apps, common, Assetto Corsa, content, cars, that's better. I don't know where I was before. Janetta, skins, going to go into our YouTube demo and save it in there. All right, so that's the project save. So we can come back to that later. Ah, shit, what I should have done maybe is edit, undo, select none, don't know, edit, undo, flatten image, and I might just save that again. I'm not really sure whether you have to or whether you don't. Need to unflatten that, but that's what I've done. That's still exported even though I've undone that. So if we go to our YouTube demo file, you'll see here that there is also a driver number in there, number 46. So what we can do, we can either, actually there's another thing as well I'll show you. On Content Manager, there's a name, Barwick, on the back. I don't want to be Barwick, that's not my name. When I did this skin, I couldn't actually work out how to change that. Someone with more skills than me could do that. But what we will do is just simply, I'm going to delete Barwick, and with a bit of luck, Barwick's gone. Okay, Barwick has gone. I do want the number here on the windscreen, and I'll show you how to do that. That is also what we call a DDS file, which is a sort of Gimp type of file, driver number DDS. And what I'll do here is open. Am I in mine? Skins YouTube demo, and there is that driver number DDS. So I'm going to open that. Yeah, whatever. And that's it there. I'm going to unlook that number, so that's not showing now. I'm just going to do a text file. Again, clicking A over here, and I'm just going to once again do a number 7, control A. I don't know, what do we make that, 100, or maybe, what color do I want? That orangey thing. Yeah, it's a bit too orange, but maybe that was it. Can't remember. It doesn't matter because we can have any color we want. You can put it black if you want to. Now I'm going to lift this up. Oh, that's too big. That didn't work. I wonder if I can extend that. Okay, so this is what I'd say beyond my skills. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to start again. A, make an A, number 7, Control A, maybe I'll make that 80 this time. Change the color to that one. No, it's not even doing it. Control A. Yeah, that's better. And 7, I want it to be maybe. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to go to our move tool, center that a little bit, and now image. No, I don't want to flatten this. I don't know why, but it goes weird when I flatten this. Image, flatten image. Don't understand why, but it does that. So I'm not going to flatten this image. Edit, undo, flatten image. I'm just going to export as. Where are we? As long as we're in my YouTube demo, yes we am. Driver number, and I'm going to export as that, and I'm going to replace that. Now, once again, BC3, generate bitmaps, export that. Looks good. Hopefully our car now has got number 7 on the windscreen, which it does. Could just as easy not have it, and I could just delete that file. But that's how you do that stuff. I haven't quite worked out the rear one. Okay, last thing I want to show you is back in Content Manager. I'm going to close the showroom. Oops, where's Content Manager? Here we go. And you'll notice that the preview is the same. So this is what you need to do, is to update preview. And it's generating my preview there. And also the other last thing is you'll still notice it's got the number 46 green livery icon. So change livery icon. And it's come out with something, a number 7. Those colors will do. That's perfectly fine. You can choose the shape, whether you want a circle, horizontal stripes, or whatever you want to do. And so what shall I do? Doesn't matter. That will be fine. Number 7. Click that, and there we go. There's our YouTube demo. And go to the showroom. Have a look at a different one here. And here we are in industrial, and there's our car. And that is ready to race. Actually, one more thing. I did the wheels. Actually, if we have a look in the folder, the YouTube demo, there's a dash logo. So that is something you could change on this car. I haven't quite worked it out. And also, I've noticed that one of the other skins has got, in this Ihalehan thing, wheels. See these fancy wheels? So I can copy these, and I can go back to mine. If I just paste that in, look at that, Content Manager's already recognized it with fancy blue wheels. If I wanted, what I could do now is go in. So just have a look through the other skins when you're making one, and there might be different color wheels and different things rather than what was just in the one that you chose. So I'm going to now go and open the wheels. Now this is a bit dodgy, and I didn't work this out the other night, but you will get the idea. Oops, yep, open whatever's there. Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to choose a grey. What sort of colour have I got? Maybe where's my red? I could choose one of those, maybe. This will look pretty ordinary, but you'll get the idea. Rectangular select, or you could do the lasso one, and I'm just going to choose all of this. And I'm going to bucket fill, and hopefully actually no, what I'm going to do is try something different this time. I'm going to add a new layer and say wheels. Okay, I'm going to do the rectangular select, which I think I have. Bucket fill orange. Now hopefully this works. Okay, now that's made that whole thing orange, but I have a feeling that when I don't want to flatten it, I don't think. I don't know if that worked or whether it didn't. I'm just going to file export. I'm experimenting here as I go. I'm going to save this as the wheels, export, replace that. This could do anything. I have no idea. Let's have a look if it did anything. Oh, it did. Okay, and that's because it's a layer. I could actually just go over the whole thing and it's changed those wheels. Look at that. I don't really like it, but that's how you could do the wheels for this one. Okay, so just open up that DDS file. You can add a new layer, select it all, but what I'm going to do, because I don't like it, is wheels, delete, and look at that, straight away back to the grey, which is much better in my opinion. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for anyone that watched and that I may have helped. I think that covers it all. How to make a very basic skin, how to do a simple stripe with the rectangular select, how to choose a certain area using the lasso, which I did down here and I did there, doing a bit of text on it, adding a logo as a transparent PNG, and there's your skin. So thank you to anyone that's watched and found this useful. Leave a like, all that kind of stuff, and if you can teach me a thing or two, don't be afraid to write in the comments. Okay.